He didn't realize he was crying until the little boy wrapped his arms around his waist and said, "Mr. Thomas, this house is yours. We built it for you." The old man froze, his weathered hands trembling as he stared at the brand new house standing tall under the afternoon sun, fresh paint, new windows, a porch that looked exactly like the one he used to talk about whenever someone asked him what his dream home would be. He backed up a step, unable to breathe. "Mine," he whispered, voice cracking. I thought I was helping you. Asterisk, join our community by subscribing. Together we can break the silence and lift up the voices that deserve to be heard." They surrounded him, neighbors, volunteers, even the kids who had followed him around for months. And one by one, they nodded, tears in their eyes. "It was always for you," Maria said softly. "You just never knew it." It had started nearly a year earlier, back when Thomas was still living in the old rundown trailer on the far end of Lawson Street. He was 73, retired, and alone, with no family left and no savings to fix the place that was falling apart around him. The roof leaked so badly he had to sleep with a bucket beside his bed. The door wouldn't close properly, and winter nights felt like sleeping inside a refrigerator. But Thomas had always been a giver. A mechanic for almost 50 years, he had fixed half the town's cars for free or for whatever someone could afford. "Pay me later," he'd say, which usually meant don't worry about it. He didn't have much, but he had his hands and his heart, and he used both generously. So when he heard the Gonzalez family lost their garage roof in a storm, he grabbed his rusty toolbox and walked over without hesitation. "I can patch this up," he told them. "No charge." They tried to insist on paying, but he waved them off. "Help someone else one day? That'll be payment enough." From then on, word spread. If someone needed a fence mended, a pipe tightened, a light fixed, Thomas would show up. People assumed he just wanted to stay busy. No one knew his trailer had become unlivable. No one knew he often skipped meals so he could buy parts for repairs. No one knew the town hero was slowly slipping into poverty, except for one person, Maria. She was a single mother of two who had recently moved to town, and Thomas had repaired her car for free when she didn't have enough money to fix the brake pads. She tried to offer him food, but he said he was fine. Something in his eyes told her he wasn't. She followed him home one afternoon, just to thank him again. What she found broke her. The trailer leaned like it might collapse if someone sneezed. The windows were taped. The roof sagged inward, and Thomas had to shove the door with his shoulder just to make it close. How could someone who helped everyone live like this? She decided right there that she wasn't going to tell him what she saw. Instead, she was going to do something about it. The next morning she met with her neighbor, then another, and soon the whole street knew. People came together quietly, secretly. They formed a plan. If Thomas wouldn't ask for help, they'd help him anyway. But it had to be done in a way he couldn't refuse. The idea was simple but brilliant. They would ask Thomas for help with their homes, little projects, repairs, tasks, and while he was busy helping them, they would be building something for him. His dream house. For months he patched roofs, tightened pipes, fixed windows, repaired porches, never suspecting that every time he left to help someone, volunteers were working on the new foundation that would become his home. Construction crews came early, before Thomas woke up. They hid the project behind tall rented fencing. Trucks rolled in at night. Kids who walked past whispered about it, but no one dared say a word near him. Meanwhile, Thomas kept helping. He repaired the Washington's mailbox. He installed new lights in the Brooks kitchen. He dug a drainage line for the Sanders family. People tried to slip him money, food, anything, but he always refused. "I don't need it," he said. "I'm just glad to be useful." But he did need it. More than anyone knew, Maria made sure he always left their house with a bag of food for the kids, knowing he'd eat half of it before he made it home. The final piece, the porch, was built exactly from the sketches he used to show the kids in the neighborhood. Drawings he made when telling stories about the home he dreamed of having one day. White railing, a porch swing, a warm yellow door. When everything was ready, they waited for him. Maria called him that morning. "Mr. Thomas, something's wrong with my kitchen sink. Could you come by?" He grabbed his toolbox and walked over, same as always. But instead of a broken sink, he found the entire neighborhood standing in a perfect circle around a brand new home. His home, he didn't understand at first. He thought maybe it was for someone else. Maybe they wanted him to help with something here too. until little Mateo walked up to him, tugged on his jacket, and said, "We built it for you. Because you always fix everyone else's house." Thomas's knees gave out. Maria caught him by the arm. "You thought you were helping us," she whispered through tears. "But really, we were building your dream home." He cried, deep, shaking sobs he hadn't let himself feel in decades. He had spent his whole life giving, believing no one ever noticed. But they had noticed. They noticed everything. And now, for the first time in years, someone was giving back, not out of pity, not out of obligation, but out of gratitude and love. Thomas stepped forward, touching the porch railing, the soft paint still smelling new. He placed his hand against the yellow door, trembling. "Thank you," he whispered. "You've given me more than a home. You've given me a family." And the whole neighborhood knew. They had rebuilt more than a house. They had rebuilt a man's hope.